You spoke about a life lived public online, and obviously, there's if it goes well, there's big upshots to that. But how daunting does that become when life gets real, and how do you escape that? Because it's still online. I'm sure people can find snippets of the story or do their own googling. How do you escape that, and how long did it take before you felt like your life was yours again?
I think the biggest struggle was leaving my home. So, like, I left Australia, and when I left Australia, the main reason, the main reason I left Australia is because I couldn't see a life for myself in Australia. Like, I wanted to be more than what I was. I grew up in a small town in New South Wales, bullied really bad. I'm dyslexic. People told me I was stupid and dumb. Um, like it was rough growing up.
Mm.
Like my teacher, my fifth grade teacher was like, "You're never going to amount to anything. So like, quit trying." So like
That
that's what I
that's a
got.
quote.
That's a quote. Yeah, he said, "You got to quit trying so hard. You're never going to amount to anything." That's the quote.
Wow.
So, and then coming out of school, I like a dyslexic. They didn't realize I was dyslexic or had learning difficulties until 10th grade, which, in another random story, is we were going on holidays, and my dad was big on us wearing sunglasses, and I forget my sunglasses. So we stop at a gas. We stop at a. I'm American now. I'm not
Yeah, you
Sorry.
are.
I just said gas station. Oh my goodness. We stop at a petrol station. We stop at a server, and dad's like, run in and get yourself some sunnies. So I picking some off the rack, and I get these blue ones. They have a blue lens in them, and I just loved wearing them. And I wore them I wore them all the way through the holiday. I wore them when I go back to school. And it turns out that like wearing blue or colored lenses like rolls into like dyslexia, like the Irlen syndrome is like a thing where if you wear a different colored lens, it makes you read better. So so all through high school, like they would give me blue paper, and then I wore some blue glasses, and then I would have readers and writers. But basically, like getting out of school, they were like, "Yeah, you're never going to go to university. You're never going to be able to like get a degree. Like, there's just no hope." So I did the next best thing and became a chef. Was
Yep.
like, because you can just, it's a free entry kind of thing. And I even stuck to that. Like, I had a lot of people tutoring me to try to get me through TAFE, but I ended up getting through it. And I was never really good at being a chef. So my 2 years into my apprenticeship, my new chef came to me. He was his like first week that he was working there. We got a new head chef at the hotel I was working at. He turns to me and he goes, "You are an incompetent fuckwit, and you will never be a chef." That's the quote.
So that so that's another turning point.
Yeah, and so I get fired from that job. They're like, "You're shit as a chef. You can't be a chef. Like, we're getting rid of you. You're costing the company money." I'm like, "Okay, I'm bad at being a chef. That's what apprentices are. You're meant to learn."
Sure.
So anyway, I eventually dig my way back. I kind of take a real break from working. I started working as soon as I got out of school, but took took a little time off. Went back, got my qualification, got certified as a chef, and then after all of that, kind of like left it to be a personal trainer. During that journey, I lost 80 pounds. I was
Wow.
kind of a bigger guy, lost 80 pounds. So now I'm like this hybrid, like chef fitness guy who's trying to start doing stuff on the internet. And then, yeah, when I end up meeting my girlfriend and coming over, it was just, yeah, I, when I left Australia at that point, we decided to make the decision that I would go. It was like, I kind of left with the thought of, I'm never coming back. And when everything started breaking down during like 2020, it was like I'd been so far from my family. I hadn't seen anyone. I didn't have a support system here. You think about, you lose all your friends, like you don't see your friends. Most people I hadn't seen since like my wedding day. And when everything was kind of falling around me, it was like, marriage is getting up in the air. It's like there's no support system here. The only support system I had was her family. And so it was like, wow. And then lawsuits come, and you're like, oh my goodness. And then like you're trying to be a dad, and then you're like, oh my goodness. It's just like, it was a lot. And there was really no escaping it. And I had to like just take the punches and like, yeah, fight through it.